Do you need a breakthrough in your life or business? With keynote addresses, workshops, seminars, and coaching, Todd Reimer and Scott Epp will give you the tools necessary to create your breakthrough. Todd is engaging, compassionate, and uplifting in his speaking style, and he moves his audiences to action. Scott is encouraging, energetic, and charismatic in his speaking style, and he elevates the expectations of his audience every time he speaks. As a team, Todd and Scott bring humorous, entertaining, timely, candid, and motivational talks that will move you to realize the full potential of your life and business. With Breakthrough Talks, you will experience real possibilities, real change, real talks, and real breakthrough. And now, here are your breakthrough speakers, Todd Reimer and Scott Epp.
One of the key components to success in your life and your business is excellence. But how do you achieve excellence? Excellence is essentially the measuring stick for your success. Everyone in the room here wants to have success. You want to rise above. You want to be the top of your game. You want to have organizations that have teamwork and motivation. You want to work together and you want to succeed. But how do you succeed in this climate, in this environment? How do you have true excellence?
Well, Scott, something that works along with excellence, something that's crucial and vital if our business, if our personal life is going to succeed now and in the years to come, is the ability to remain adaptable, to be able to face uncertainty, to face uncertain times, challenges with people, challenges with our customers, challenges with our suppliers, challenges within the economy, and to be able to adapt. We can't just focus our excellence. We need to be able to be adaptable and to move and to change with the things around us and the people and the situations we find ourselves in that are changing all the time.
Many of us have had a tame lion for so long that we even forget what it can be like to have a wild lion. And in order to tap into that, we need to actually go back to the real wild lion. The wild lion is the king of the jungle. It strikes fear into the hearts of its enemies. It has ferocity. It doesn't wait for the gazelle to pop into its mouth. It goes and hunts for it. It rips it apart and brings it back to its family to eat. The wild lion is bold and it's strong. It doesn't look at the obstacles, it defeats the obstacles.
Where do you rank in comparison to the rest of the people in your industry? Are you in the top 50%? The top 40%? Are you in the top 20%? Are we pushing things now? Are you in the top 10%? Have you ever hit that level? If you haven't, why not? What does it take? It doesn't take as much as you might think. How do you get there? How can we help you get to that point? And that's what we want to talk about this afternoon. There are things you can do. There are things you can do as a business owner, as a manager, and as an employee that can take your company into the top 10% in your industry. And one of the biggest aspects of making this happen is teamwork. We can accomplish so much more in our businesses if we function as a team. Teamwork is what we want to talk about this afternoon, and the difference, the impact that it's going to make on you and your company.
How many years ago was this the technology that you would love to have? Take a guess. Your wife has this phone? How old is she? She's got an iPhone. Of course she's got it. What's that? 5 years? Four maybe. Okay, we're all across the board. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's around 4 years old. This thing was breaking technology. It had a camera, a video camera. Can you believe that? You could take videos on this thing. It was absolutely amazing. But what change is happening all over the world, and we're embracing it on this side. The challenge that we have for you today is to embrace it as a complete thing, even in the workplace. So now we have a setup. We're going to set them up for some fun, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to pick 2 people to give us a hand. Scott's going to go and pick a couple people while I'm talking. So, you know, you can look down all you want. But it's not going to help. We went to, my wife went to Hawaii for a 20th, and we went to a luau, and I knew what they were doing. They were dancing on the stage, and I'm like, oh, nuts. If they're going to pick one of us to dance. So I went to the bathroom, and my wife, I come back and she's not there. My kids are like, she's up on stage dancing with this big Hawaiian guy. It was funny. She said she was looking down, everybody else on the stage was looking down, and it didn't work. So he's going to pick 2 of you to give us a hand. It's relatively painless.
But actually, let's go like this. Who has courage to come up here today?
Can we get the $20?
No.
No.
Who has courage? A little quicker than I was anticipating. No. But, no.
We have courage. All right.
The reality is, think of change as navigating a ship. When you're piloting a ship through an ocean, all of a sudden you run into this whole field full of icebergs. Who in the right mind tries to manage icebergs? You don't try to manage the iceberg, you try to navigate safely and efficiently and effectively through that, right? That's what change is. Change is not managing, it is navigating through.
Do you ever feel like your life is out of balance? Do you ever feel like you go through phases of momentum and then it drops? How much energy and effort does it take for you to get your life in motion? I found that through my coaching, my clients have these same problems. But the only way that I can get them to that is by helping them get clarity with where they're at in their life.
In your business, there are things where you doubt or you think that they're impossible. And it's like a big, huge boulder. And you're taking a sledgehammer and you're hitting that boulder. And you keep on hitting that boulder. And eventually, as you hit it and you hit it hard, that boulder is going to break in two. And that's where real change happens. That's where real momentum happens. And real breakthrough happens.
The second key is possibility thinking. Because usually in life, we find what we're looking for. If we're looking for the possibilities, that's what we're going to find. If we're looking for the problems, we're going to find the problems. Because our mentality creates our reality.
But his message is true for each and every one of us. Because sometimes we just try things, and then we hit an obstacle, and there's a barrier that comes in our way. So we give ourselves an excuse to say, oh, we tried that. That's okay. We don't have to continue on. Having a life filled with possibilities says, okay, well, there's an obstacle here, but there's another opportunity that's over here. I can look at things from this perspective, and I can see a different way around it. If you want to create an abundance mindset, then live your life with possibility thinking. One of the biggest testimonies that they did was they brought values and principles in a totally new way, in a round circle type of way, into the Colombian prison systems. There were so many people that were dying in the prison because of the gangs and the cartels and things like that. There was so much corruption with all of the guards and the inmates that they knew that there was a change that was needed to take place. But it took until death threats and attempted murders on the warden until he finally decided that he needed to make that step and make that change. What they did is they took these values and principles, this is 1 in 40, and they brought them into the prison systems, but not to the actual inmates. They brought them to the guards. There was no more embezzlement. They wanted to infuse values and principles into the guards and into that system. There was so much change that the inmates started asking, what's the difference with all the guards? And the inmates started saying, hey, we want this program implemented for ourselves. And there were major results that happened from that.
The challenge when it comes to principles is this. If we don't operate our businesses, if we don't operate our organizations based on principles and values, why do we expect our employees, the people who are working for us or under us, to function with values and principles? If we don't treat them with respect, why do we expect to be respected? If we don't operate with integrity with our customers, with honesty with our customers, why do we expect our employees to be honest when they deal with us? If we don't operate with a strong sense of work ethic, why do we expect the people who report to us to operate with that? Principles and values are vital from a management and leadership perspective, because that determines the rest of the organization. We need to make values and principles the DNA of our companies, of our organizations, and how we function as leaders within them.
Thanks for taking a little bit of time out today to find out what we do here at Breakthrough Talks. Breakthrough is a moment in time where the impossible becomes possible.
And we believe that everyone holds the potential for a breakthrough, whether it's in your personal life or in your business.
So what you can do for your next steps is check out our blog, sign up for the newsletter, we'll give you some cool free gifts, and we'll also let you know when our next Breakthrough Talks TV event will happen.
We have a question for you. Do you need a breakthrough in your life, in your business? Then click on the button just below where it says, Book a Breakthrough Now. Whether you're planning a seminar, a workshop, or any event where you need a breakthrough, click on the button and let us help you get your breakthrough.
Don't just live through,
Breakthrough.
breakthrough.